With altcoin season not starting yet, you still have an opportunity to bag some explosive altcoins which can deliver some amazing returns in the next bull run. What tokens am I looking at right now? What are the 3 tokens which I am not sleeping on right now? I'm going to break those down for you guys. If you like this type of content, smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe. Let's get straight into this one. As you can see, we'll just quickly touch upon Bitcoin, which kind of ran up and has just started to get rejected here by this trend line. It looks like Bitcoin wants to go into another consolidation, which could look something like this. We could see us maybe coming back down, trying to build some support, and eventually we need to break out of this pattern if we want to go and lock in that new all-time high. Now, whilst Bitcoin is doing that, of course, we can see there's no quite sign yet of an altcoin season, right? We're still firmly in a Bitcoin season, no kind of early signs of an altcoin season yet. And many people are frustrated. They're frustrated by the sea of red, the boring nature of altcoins. But remember, this is the time for you to load up on projects which can deliver explosive results. I'm going to start off with the first one on my list here. And again, I'm going to share the pros and I'm going to share the cons. I'm not just here to, shill these bags. None of these guys are paying me. None of these guys are telling me to make videos about these guys. They're just tokens which I like, but it doesn't mean they're perfect. We'll start off with Hyperliquid. The only promising story, really, of 2025, moving itself up nicely up the rankings into what place are we on Hyperliquid? 11th spot here now, basically in the top 10 when you take out stablecoins, sitting at a very handsome market cap of 13.6 billion. Now, of course, this is the caveat. The caveat with this project is it's got a fully diluted market cap of 40 billion. Please take that into consideration, guys. There's only 1/3 of the tokens in circulating supply. Very, very important that you understand that. Max supply is 1 billion. Only 333 of the million of those are in circulation, so that can have an effect on your investment. That being said, a very, very exciting project. Of course, their perpetual desk, their decentralized derivative exchange has taken the markets by storm, right? People are using it. They're enjoying it. I think it's good for the space, right, to get decentralization, because all of the perpetual volume was going through centralized exchanges. And you guys know my feelings around centralized exchanges. Yes, we need to use them. Yes, we need to interact with them. But crypto is about decentralization. So it's good to see that this has been done to such a good extent. Not just, oh, we've launched a perp desk, but something that's been stress tested at large volumes and people are using it. What's more promising about Hyperliquid is that this is just the start, right? They're calling this decentralized exchange their flagship application, but really what they're saying is this is a platform where you can build some amazing dApps on it, right? Builders come and build on Hypercore, come and build on the platform. And so it's exciting to see as kind of altcoin season kicks off and Hyperliquid continues their journey. Do we see some more interesting use cases? I mean, I'm not saying this isn't an interesting use case, but do we get more stuff being built on Hyperliquid? And therefore, it takes the valuation from one of just a decentralized exchange, which is big enough as it is. Of course, we're already at this, $13 billion market cap, but turns into a platform. Because if you want to go and compete with the big boys at the top, right, Ethereum and BNB and these kind of platforms, you can't just have one use case. You've got to be a platform where builders are coming to build. That's what's going to get you up to some of those bigger market caps and get you a 10, 15, 20x on Hyperliquid. So look, whilst many people are like, no, this one's already moved, the reality is if you're betting on it to do well from here, not only do you need an explosive altcoin season, but you need Hyperliquid to not just have one killer use case, but deliver another one and start to build some momentum from there. Now, incidentally, I did tweet on May the 13th, this exact pattern on Hyperliquid. You guys can follow me at Ijaz1 and look at the chart. Let's just pull up the live chart now so you guys can see exactly how this played out, because I think you guys will be pretty impressed by the way I've called this move. I called it up to 35. This run up all the way to 44, which was a 63% spot move. A very, very impressive. I mean, if you took the move, as I said, you would have got into this at a 63% move, which is not too shabby, taking that to the upside. Now, where does it go from here? I mean, again, you can use some technical analysis. Of course, you will naturally want this to kind of call off down to its EMA ribbon, maybe coming down to 35 if you're lucky to get an entry around these kind of levels would be a nice area to DCA. but it's difficult with these kind of exciting projects when people are capturing attention, when you've got people like James Wynn and Andrew Tate using the platform and getting it a bunch of notoriety as well. It's hard to catch. If you do get a nice little pullback like we got here, right? We did get a kind of 5-day pullback here into the EMA ribbon. That would present itself as a nice entry. On the weekly chart, it set itself up so nicely here that it's probably not going to want to pull back properly on the weekly chart for a while. I mean, last time it went on a run after a red candle, it had 1, 2, 3, 4 strong candles. Here we've had a red candle, 1, 2, maybe another couple of weeks before it wants to cool off here on the weekly chart for Hyperliquid. So that's my first call. Hyperliquid is not one I want to be sleeping on. And I think it's an important message for us because oftentimes when we have altcoins in our portfolio, we get stuck with some of the old ones from previous cycles. It doesn't mean you should sleep. Even if you have conviction in those, it doesn't mean you should sleep on some of the new entrants into the market. You've got to educate yourself on them. You've got to know which ones are the good ones to get into, and you've got to ride them while they're exciting. Now, I'm going to move on to my second coin, but before I do that, I do want to give you a bonus couple, and that is Doge and Pepe. Guys, do not sleep on these. I know it's really, really easy to sleep on meme coins, but that's exactly when you should be nibbling up on meme coins, is when nobody's talking about it. And I mean, you're looking at Doge now down at 18 cents. You got Pepe down at 0.12. Again, look at the setup here on Pepe coming into support. I wouldn't be surprised to see this kind of a scenario break out, which could provide a huge risk to return. I mean, getting this back to some of the peaks we saw is 160% just to get back to the price points you've seen in December. So again, keep meme coins on your radar. If you like them and you're allocating part of your position to them, then just give yourself a little bit of a DCA into those when you feel the time is right. Okay, so bonus out the way. And again, if you want to actively trade into these, check out WEEX, up and coming exchange. Some amazing bonuses for you guys. You just need to deposit. I mean, you deposit 1,000, you're gonna get $250 back. So there's amazing coupons for you to avail. Link will be in the description to check out WEEX. Let's now move on to my second bet, which is gonna be the trusted, the boring, what I call the blue chip, Chainlink. You don't want to sleep on this one. If you're new on crypto, get to know. If you're in crypto, you already know about Chainlink. The problem is it's not as exciting as a Hyperliquid. It's not as exciting as a meme coin. It's not exciting as talking about an AI play. But this is the foundation of crypto. I mean, if you talk about it, if you click on their website, what is it they say? The backbone of blockchain. I don't think you could say it better. It's exactly what it is, right? The example I always use when talking about Chainlink is if you ask any actual dApp developer, people building use cases on crypto right now, and you said to them, what's one thing I could not turn off? You'll have a panic attack if I turn it off. They will say Chainlink. The proven data oracle, the best one out there, the longest serving one out there, been through bear markets and bull markets. For me, it's not one I want to sleep on. Again, sits pretty strong, right? They're in 13th. If we jump onto some of the tokenomics, 9 billion in market cap, 14 billion in fully diluted. So again, just understand you're buying at basically a $14 billion valuation, 1 billion total supply, 657 of those already in circulating supply. So that's 66%. Again, not too bad, right? Better than the Hyperliquid tokenomics there. And again, a project that's been there, seen it, done it, strong team, proven team, which continues to deliver. So that is Chainlink. Now, if we jump on the chart of Chainlink, you will see that we're coming to very important support, right? This kind of zone you're looking at here on this box between that 12.2 and 12.8 level is very important support. And again, the risk to reward taking it from support up to some of the price points we've seen here, I mean, it's impressive. If you take that there all the way up to the prices you saw in December, it's 140%, the same as a meme coin. I mean, insane risk to return here on Chainlink. And I think that's what you need to focus on as an investor, somebody looking to buy altcoins, is not just which altcoin is going to explode, but which one is going to, not go down so much, but still has the chance to go up a lot. Which one's got, less risk of blowing up. Because yes, you can find an altcoin which can double. That's a brand new altcoin with no trading history and the team could rug you. Or you buy into something like Chainlink, which is sat in the top 12 and still has another 2-3x in it as far as I see here in the price action. In fact, just going back to the December price, which is just the price from 6 months ago, gets you 150%. So that's the kind of risk to return I like to look at when buying altcoins. Last but not least, and again, if you're enjoying this, guys, please do subscribe. I always forget to ask you guys to subscribe, and maybe that's why I don't get enough subscribers. People tell me I should tell you guys to subscribe, but if you want to subscribe, you're going to subscribe anyway. Who am I kidding? Right, link, next one. Last drum roll, please. Toncoin, you do not want to be sleeping on Telegram coin, sitting at $3.18, market cap of 7.8 billion. You guys already know Pavel Durov, one of the most exciting kind of founders, building one of the most exciting projects in the real world, right, outside of crypto in terms of Telegram, and he's taking crypto seriously. If you've not watched my dedicated video on Ton, I'm gonna link it up for you guys to go watch. I definitely recommend, if you're interested in Telegram, you go check that coin and the details. 3 huge announcements, including a partnership with XAI, which is Elon Musk's Grok platform, right? The AI platform. Huge partnership, changes to the team, changes in terms of investment as well. Big potential here for Ton. If we take a look at where they're sitting right now, let me just find where is Ton. Sitting in 18th right now with $7.8 billion in market cap. Please do take into consideration fully diluted is at 16 billion, because only about half of that of the token supply is in circulation. Okay, so 5.13 tons available, 2.46 billion of those tons are in circulation. That can have an effect on your investment, so please understand that. Taking a look at their website, the open network for gamers. I mean, the use case for Ton is huge, right? It's not just gaming. I mean, you've got to understand that Ton has over 1 billion users on Telegram. So when you've got that instant community that you're plugging into a crypto, you've solved half of the problem that many platforms can't solve, right? If we jump onto here and see some of the coins which frustrate us, I mean, we talk about Sonic a lot here on the channel. They've got to build the community, right? They've got the technology, they've got to build the community. You talk about something like Cardano, same thing. I would say they're building the tech. They got to build faster, and they got to get a better community as well, right? And continue to grow. They could do a lot more. So you've always got this puzzle where on the one side you've got the tech, on the other side you need the community. Telegram coin comes with an inbuilt community, comes with an inbuilt platform, which just gives them a head start. And again, this is a guy in Pavel Durov who's known how to scale a Web2 company to 1 billion users across the world. And if he puts his mind to building this project, I think this is just the start for Telegram and Toncoin, which is why I like the project. Let's take a look at their chart. And again, a long-term downtrend here on Ton. I'm expecting a nice move here. I mean, we have started to break out of this trend line and try to retest. We could be in a retesting phase. But again, risk to reward to kind of get you back up to some of the exciting levels we saw just in December, again, when things were looking exciting heading into the Trump inauguration. 126% upside on an altcoin, which again is not a crazy rug pull meme coin. It's not going on pump.fun. No. It's you buying the 18th biggest altcoin, which is already sitting at 7.8 billion. So these are the type of tokens I like. If you like these type of tokens, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if there are other altcoins you want me to do a deep dive into. Put them in the comments, right? Put them in capitals, which altcoins, the ones which get thumbs up the most, I'll do TA and fundamental analysis on those coins. So engage with me in the comments. Let me know which altcoins you want me to cover off on these channels, and I'll do my best to do that. Hopefully enjoy these videos. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.